So, have any of y'all seen the American Nightmare documentary on Peacock? Just they just released it. S-
I plan on getting
Yes,
to
no,
it this
maybe
probably this
so.
weekend once I have more time on my hands. Like I have it saved, like bookmarked on my Peacock account. Like I need to, get on it.
Right.
I heard it was pretty good. It it says a lot. It tells a
Yeah.
good story on like Cody's journey to where he is now. So I will definitely need to watch.
Mm. I gotta finish it. But one of the things that I heard that Triple H was saying was that the reason why Cody came to WWE is because he didn't want to be the champion of a secondary promotion. Now, obviously, Tony Khan clapped back. He had some things to say, but I want to know from y'all's perspective: is Hunter right? Is AEW the secondary promotion in pro wrestling?
Absolutely. I mean, it's just the
Mm,
truth of what it is. I mean, WWE has a long year head start
mm,
of than AEW,
mm,
and the AEW fans who were hurt about it really need to just stop complaining about it.
mm,
If you ask me, it's not that big of a
mm.
deal anyway,
Nah,
so who cares?
Tony Khan has an
Who's
issue
next?
of
I need.
taking a lot of words personally. Like he has an issue.
Yes,
Even when words are not directed at him,
big.
he'll spin ways for him to be involved. The whole like again the CM Punk situation, whatever was going on backstage, somehow he wants to involve himself into it. I think that's just a Tony Khan issue.
Mm,
But in terms of the question of is AEW a secondary promotion, right now on paper it is. I know wrestling fans, especially AEW fans, don't want to admit it, but just be honest with ourselves. Again, what TJ said earlier, WWE has a head start. Even though right now the competition is
mm,
great, these wrestling promotions are getting more viewership as by the day. But it still doesn't change the fact that WWE still has a chokehold in sports entertainment in this country. And yes, AEW's clawing back on the numbers. It's still it the viewership for WWE is still there, and it's still I think greater than AEW at the time being. It doesn't change the fact that in the future the roles could reverse. But I think right now
mm.
AEW is still young, still got a long ways to go. They're in the right direction with the talent that they have being on TBS and TNT. That's good. So if they just focus on developing their own brand and just kind of poach talent from WWE who probably aren't really satisfied of what they're doing, in due time it could happen. But right now, on paper, yes, secondary division.
Yeah, I agree. I think WWE is the flagship, and it'll be still the flagship for a long time.
Mm,
Um, I think as far as AEW goes, though, I feel like um, they're still learning, as a company, and I feel like the wrestling is always good. The in ring work is always good, and I think they just need to get better as far as like the storytelling and you know long term booking.
mm,
As far as that goes, I think they caught lightning in a bottle with the MJF Adam Cole situation. Um, and those vignettes have been great. More people are tuning in, especially like us younger people during those segments. So I think you know AEW is still growing, and they got a lot of work to do as far as the backstage culture and things of that nature. Um, but WWE, man, it's what we grew up on. It's gonna stay the flagship. There
here's
would there wouldn't be wrestling without WWE. So
Yeah,
at least in the United States.
mm, yeah, for sure. I have the perfect analogy. And I was thinking of this as y'all were explaining this. WWE is Michael Jordan.
oh dear.
Oh, I know where this is going.
AEW
It's LeBron James.
AEW is LeBron
Yeah.
James. And here's the reason why. When you look at the career of Michael Jordan, while you can argue if he's the best individual player of all time, you're looking at someone who essentially has a flawless resume. 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 6-0 every time he's been to the finals. Like spotless. Ends his career, well, into Chicago Bulls career on a game winner, game 6 in the 98 finals. Right? You can't write. And he's also the athlete that was able to take basketball from being a simple sport to being a $1 billion business. Sounds familiar?
Yeah.
WWE, flawless resume. The Rock, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Triple H, that's 6. We're talking about WrestleMania after WrestleMania, attendance records in every venue, right? This is a flawless resume. We can debate the creative product all we want, but this is a flawless resume. But when you look at AEW, they're younger, they're a little bit fresher. They had a lot of hype when they came out, and so far, they've kind of met the hype. Similar to how Braun came out of high school and he met the hype head on. And it's hard for me to declare one to be secondary and the other one to be a primary because I compare WWE to what television was to media versus I compare AEW to what the internet is to media, right? Like television is television, the internet is the internet. But the internet needed television in order for it to kind of become what it has become. Now, the internet has been exposed to more people quicker because of its medium than television has. But nevertheless, it's been exposed to more people. And based on the next subject we're going to get into, you're going to understand why I say that. But I don't think it's a matter of primary or secondary because if we're being very, very honest, AEW is reaching a lot more people a lot quicker than WWE did when they first started. AEW has cleared a lot of ground in less than in 4 years. And granted, they're standing on the shoulders of WWE, but it's hard for me to once again say that one is secondary to the other. I'll put it like this: WWE is getting the bigger bag. WWE is the known bully on the block. But I do think that in business, it's not just about what's big; it's about what's growing. And I just see more growth in AEW than I do in WWE right now. So, but that leads us to the next topic because this is actually bizarre.